Hey, what'd you just do?
What do you mean?
You just canceled the ride. Why'd you do that?
I've been driving for Uber for like 10 years now.
It's a daily reminder to take a screenshot of your Ubers whenever you're ordering a ride.
Driver just held our food for
When I tell you the life of an Uber driver is a motherfucker. I pick up a husband and a wife from the club to take them home. I noticed the wife lean over to the husband and whisper something to him. So he leans up to me and he tells me, hey, my wife's kind of horny. She wants to know if you mind if we have sex, meaning him and her in my back seat. I said, no, bro. I said, other people ask me, no, I'm not going to allow that in here. So she whispered something else to him. This dude leans up and said, well, she wants to know if we do a threesome. Do you mind? Listen, y'all got 8 minutes left before I get y'all home. I said, I'm good in that department. This woman whispered to him again. He leans up. I said, listen, man, y'all almost home before he could say anything. He said, no, she just wants to know, how about if just you and her have sex and I watch? I said, wait. Listen, bro, y'all been drinking. I said, I understand y'all want to continue the fun. I said, I'm good in that department. We got about 4 blocks left. I'm going to be dropping you off. Do you know she got mad at her husband? She told this man, that's why I don't take you nowhere. I can't never have fun. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I know the fuck she didn't just tell him that. I know they drunk, but evidently it's been something on her mind. But what really got me was picking up a load of young girls in their 20s, college girls, dropping them off to the club. Now, it's probably about 11:45, and we almost at the club. I'm listening to the girls talking about, ooh, we got to hurry up. I hope he get us there fast enough because it's almost 12, and we want to be there in time to get our kiss or whatever the fuck that, that 12 midnight kiss shit. So I'm thinking, ain't nothing wrong with that. One of the girls told the other girl, you know what? You can go for a kiss. I'm going for somebody to this thing. So the one girl said, well, girl, you know what? Fuck that. We gonna make a bet who can first tonight. This girl that's sitting on my side said, hey, Mr. Driver. I said, yeah. She said, you wanna I said, no, sweetheart, I'm good at that department. She said, dang, I thought I was gonna win the bet. Listen, when I tell you driving for Uber is really interesting because you meet some of the strangest fucking people. But if you were in my shoes, gentlemen, what the fuck would you have done in both situations?
I've been driving for Uber for like 10 years now. I had no problem. I have never had a problem. 2 days ago, I get an email saying that my documents are fake. And I'm like, maybe they got the wrong account. I go back to my dashboard. I don't see anything, so I don't pay it no mind. Last night, I'm driving. I get an email saying they deactivated my account. I'm trying to figure out, well, why did they deactivate my account? And it said something about fake documents. So I send them all my papers from my insurance company, right? They deny it. So I'm like, all right, well, let me see if I can chat with somebody. I chat with somebody and they say I've been sharing my account. It's impossible to share your account because if someone reports that it's not you or doesn't look like you, what they do is they send that little picture thing and you have to take a picture immediately. A lot of times that's what I do. Now I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure out, what I'm going to do, what apps I'm going to drive for. Because I need to make my money. I got bills to pay. I got kids to feed. So, Uber, if you could just go through my account one more time. But in the meantime, if any of y'all on TikTok know any driving apps that I could, drive for, just please put them in the comments. Uber, just please check my account one more time.
So I'm an Uber driver out in the San Antonio area, and today I had one of my airport runs. I had a rider who reserved a ride to be picked up from their resident and dropped off at the airport, and this was early morning. And usually what happens when you drop off your respective passengers, you are prompted to go to the cell phone parking lot to wait for maybe potential rides, or you have to wait at the cell phone parking lot. So those that drive in San Antonio, those who are rideshare drivers or taxi drivers, the common thing is when you go to the airport in particular, you'll find a lot of you'll find a lot of people of Arab descent. They all cliquey, they hang around there, they wait and they congregate at the parking lot. And at the parking lot, they have restrooms for males and females, and they even have a break room for, drivers maybe to warm up their food or to, eat their refreshments, whatever the case is. And a lot of the times these Arab, drivers, they like to dominate. They're very inconsiderate. They'll be warming up their food. A lot of the times the food is like, it's so strong and it like permeates and it kind of stinks up the room. Or you can smell it from the outside as you may be going to the restrooms, because the break room is right adjacent to the male restroom. And then you also have the female on the other side. So this morning, I wanted to go use the restroom. And when I went to the restroom, I was greeted with this sign. You can take a moment to just read it. So this sign basically is saying that there have been complaints by cleaning staff that there have been drivers who have been defecating the toilets and the walls with feces. And it's to the point that if this continues, they're going to now shut down the restrooms. And, that was so annoying because of these people that come here with their nasty habits and their culture, and especially in the Arab population, because even the same thing can be said, they do this also, and there's a lot of complaints in the trucking industry as well. A lot of truckers have complained about people of Arab origin. They come with their bad habits where they like to wash their feet in sinks, washing their feet in toilets, defecating, they'll take a dump, they don't use TP, they use their hands to wash and all this stuff. So all these habits that they come with because they fail to assimilate into American culture, because let's be for real, that is not an American thing. Americans use TP. They don't do that. So they come with their nasty ass habits and messing it up for everybody. So now, as a result, we as rideshare drivers could lose access at San Antonio Airport, the parking lot area, to use the restrooms, all because cleaning staff have complained about them. So it's what really bothers me is that they're messing it up for everybody else. And this is due to lack of assimilation. When people from different cultures come to America, they come with their nasty ass habits and cultures and whatnots, and they impose that shit and subject Americans and other people to that, and it creates a problem. Now, just imagine being a rideshare driver, not being able to have access to a restroom, to use a restroom, all because of people's nasty cultures and habits. And then this is deemed as racist. This is the reason why, a lot of people are calling for, ICE, and they're calling for, more order in immigration and clamping down on people who don't want to assimilate to American culture, who come here and spoil it for the rest of us. This is why there's an outcry. And I'm an immigrant myself, and I think that shit is nasty. You come in with your bad habits, your bad cultures, and you mess it up for everybody else. It's not fair. Now everybody else has to suffer. I really do hope that they don't lock the bathroom access at San Antonio, International Airport for rideshare drivers. I mean, or alternatively, we're going to have to go to gas stations and use the restroom. But it's like you have people like this that don't consider how their actions affect everybody else. And then when you say something about it, oh, you're xenophobic. Oh, you're a racist. Oh, you're a whatever. And it's just not right. It's not right at all.
Let's do an Uber Eats quest. It's basically a bonus challenge. Do a certain amount of deliveries and Uber pays you extra.
First Uber Eats order is, I don't even know how much it is, but it's at Gusbusters. Let's go pick it up.
I have an Uber Eats for Danielle and Anastasia.
Just dropped off my first delivery, on to the second one. this Italian place. Italiana. So much. Hey, how are you? 2 orders in one. The first order is for Popeyes. Next pickup is literally for Zaxby's, and it's only down the street from me. I have 3 orders in one at this Waffle House, which is a delivery-only Waffle House. Never seen this before. Uber Eats for biking. This is a nice bag for delivery. Hey. You're welcome. Thank you. So cute. My last delivery, she gave me a $5 tip. Right, this is my last delivery at Taco Bell to complete the quest. Justin? For Justin? Super excited for this order. It's actually a shop order for Dollar General. I only have to pick up 3 items, so this should be easy. Some pads. And the last thing is some officially completed my quest, and then I decided to do that 1 extra Dollar General delivery since that was close by. Total, I made $65.48. I worked for 3 hours and 58 minutes, and I did a total of 9 trips. Not bad. Stay tuned for the next video for when I do an Instacart quest.
The people that say that you can't make any money doing Uber, let me show you what one of my driver makes, because he's comfortable in showing it, you guys. So let me show you.
Well, I can't wait to see this. Let's listen to what they have to say.
So is that the week you did 1300?
Yeah.
The week before 1100? The week before 1200?
What I see here is quite misleading. All his stats are cleverly covered up by his thumb, except for this one. So let's break it down. Here you've got it saying 44 hours drive time. That's not the same as working time. You need to add 20 to 30% on that. That's not a 40-hour week. That's a full-on grind week. Speaking of which, there is 0 days off. Look at the bars. He's worked every single day. No rest, no recovery, 7 days straight. It's just not sustainable. Now here's what's completely missing from his flex. A diesel hybrid EV, that alone can swing profits by hundreds a week. So now the reality check. Gross 1,370, expenses 300 to 500. Net before tax is 850 to 1,050. Hours worked is 55 to 58. That's about 14 to 18 pounds an hour. That's not bad money, but it's not the flex he's talking about. New drivers will see this and think it's the norm. It's not the norm, it's not sustainable, and it's completely misleading.
Heading out to do Uber and Lyft. So far with Uber, I got 0 and also 0 with Lyft. Let's see what we can do today. It's 5:11 p.m. First Uber trip, let's go pick it up. It goes southeast, is 5:46. Just drop off my first passenger, 4634 is 6:37. My next Uber trip, let's go pick it up. It goes southwest. Is 7:45. Just drop off Michael. He had a stop 5651 8:37. Guys, quick update 11:10 so far with Uber. I got 5 trips with Lyft 0, about 6.5 hours. Let's see if we can do 1.5 more. Next Uber trip, let's go pick it up. It goes south 12:05. Hey guys, closing out for tonight. Uber 292.07. Lyft, I didn't do anything. 12:59 total hours 8 hours 16 minutes. See you tomorrow.
Hey, what'd you just do?
What do you mean?
You just canceled the ride. Why'd you do that?
I didn't cancel the ride.
You did cancel the ride. Why did you do that?
I didn't. It must be an error on your end.
That's not cool. We still have 20 more minutes.
I didn't cancel the ride. Like, contact Uber. Like, I didn't cancel it.
I can't just contact Uber, okay? There's no phone number.
Listen, like, we're already mid-ride. I have got to get where I'm going. Like, can you just, like, drive? Like, I didn't cancel it.
This is not a charity case, okay? I'm not giving you free ride just because you can't afford it.
Like, I didn't ask for that. Like, I don't know. There must be an error in the system. Like,
There's no error. I already got a new ride and I had to leave that one.
Learn how to work the app. Like, if it's gonna be your job, you should know how to work it.
I do know how to work the app.
Okay, well, obviously not, because you think I canceled the ride when I didn't.
You sound so defensive.
I'm not. Like, why wouldn't I defend myself? Like, I'm not just gonna sit here and have you, like, say that I canceled the ride when I didn't.
Probably because you're a liar.
Do you drive for Uber part-time or full-time?
Full-time.
And how do you like it?
Hate it.
Why would you hate it?
It's absolutely a horrible app. They've saturated this market. Look what we have to work in here. It's a health and safety factor all day long. Try and go to one of those toilets when it's 35 below, and then imagine a female trying to do that. Car accidents here all the time. I record them every day and put them on TikTok. And then the city's always coming over giving everyone $250 fines because there's no parking. So anytime somebody parks where they're not supposed to, they get hit with a huge fine. There's no recourse. And these people don't know how to use the legal system anyway.
This is your daily reminder to take a screenshot of your Ubers whenever you're ordering a ride. I ordered a ride yesterday for $24. Why do I get home? I'm on FaceTime with my boyfriend. I get my receipt summary and it says $46.97. I did not pay for a ride that was $46.97 motherfucking cents. That's not what showed up on my ride screen when I requested my ride. That's not what I paid for originally, and so that's not what I was gonna pay for in the end. I went to the help button. I clicked two things. I clicked my ride price was wrong, and then the second button is explaining what the issue was, and I said that the route that the driver took or something like that was too long, and they gave me my money back immediately. So clearly Uber is just out here bullshitting and banking on the fact that you as an individual won't be observant enough to go back and make sure that what you requested and what you paid are the same thing. So this is me telling you that whenever you order an Uber, you should always check the receipt that they send you afterwards, because that's actually fucking ridiculous. That's actually like misrepresentation, false information. Like, I don't know what the legal terminology for that is, but you guys are fucking lying, and it's giving class action lawsuit. And this is not to say that I don't think drivers should get compensation for the work that they're doing. They definitely should, but there's a way to go about it. And if you want to charge me $46 for a ride, that's fine, but you need to be upfront and charge me when I'm looking at the screen and selecting the ride that I want, because I would not have paid for the fucking ride if it was going to be $46.
If you were an Uber driver, would you take this ride? Now, how you read this is you would make about $94 for 2 hours and 20 minutes of your time. You might be like, wow, that's over 40 bucks an hour. That's great. I'll take that. What are Uber drivers complaining about? They're making over 40 bucks an hour. And a lot of new Uber drivers will see that, oh, 94 and 2+ hours, that's great. I'll take it. But an experienced Uber driver knows that this ride is bullshit for many reasons. One, it's not just 2 hours and 20 minutes. If you live in Scottsdale where this ride starts, you got to make your way all the way back. So that's 2 hours and 20 minutes to Tucson and 2+ hours back to where you live. So that's really 4 hours total. And you might be like, okay, I mean, $94 in 4 hours, that's still not too bad. But the key here, experienced Uber drivers will not look at the total time. They will look at the total mileage, which is 145 miles. And that's just one way. And so that's 290 miles round trip, which is crazy for only $94. The IRS and the US government thinks in order to operate a vehicle for your work, it costs you 65 cents per mile. So you are not making any profit when you consider gas and you consider wear and tear in the car and everything that goes into operating a car for gig work. And you are losing money when you consider the fact that you have to drive your ass back 2 hours and 20 minutes back to where you came from. And if you live in Arizona, you know that you don't want to go to Tucson. Tucson, go Devils. Yeah, if you're in a pinch, if you're $90 short on rent and rent's due tomorrow, you might just want to go ahead and take it. I don't know. Or you never know. The passenger obviously has the money. They might leave you a really nice tip. You might have a really nice conversation. You might meet a new best friend in those 2 hours. Or they could be a jerk and you hate your life for 2 hours. So I personally would not recommend taking any long drives until Uber compensates the drivers better for these long trips and accounts for the fact that we got to drive back. So what would you...
It's funny, every time I want to order Uber, it's an increased fare because of high demand. Every time. 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, high demand. I get it. I live in New York City. I get it. 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. All right, fine. That's crazy. Cool. Noon on a Thursday should be fine. Sorry, man. High demand, $70. Yo, what? Like, it's not bad enough Uber prices have doubled in New York City and everywhere else, but New York City especially. Now they got this fake metric. They could just, high demand, sorry, we're gonna charge you 50% more. Ooh, wee. And the crazy thing is, the drivers don't even be getting paid more. So what are we really doing?
Come spend a day with me while I do Uber to try to make my car payment in 5 days. The first thing I have to do is get gas. So let me go ahead and fill up big old Stitch. And I think I'm gonna fill up my water as well while I'm in here so I can have water, because your girl needs to stay hydrated, because the last 2 days I haven't been hydrated and I've been feeling like shit the whole day. Forever, it's freezing. Thank you, Jesus. Receipts for my taxes. Receipts. Thank you. It's just cold outside. Woo! Okay, let's get on Uber. We just got a $6 order, $6 pickup to go 10 minutes total. So I have to drive 6 minutes to go pick up Maria. I just got another pickup for $4.66 to go pick up Yvette. I just dropped off Joelle for $11.18 for a 25-minute drive. But right now I'm gonna take a bathroom break because I gotta pee. Are you going slow for a reason? So I just got done using the bathroom at this Circle K. I got me something to drink and I did cave in and got me some wings because the girl was hungry. And it's $7 from the $11 that I just made because I had to get something to eat, y'all. I just got a pickup order for Victory for $7.99. All right, so I just dropped off. I picked up somebody as soon as I dropped off the other lady. And I picked up Gabrielle and dropped her off for $5.99. We got a $5.65 drive to go pick up Joseph. It is now 6:15 p.m. and I've done made $165 total, which is equivalent to day one of me saving and Ubering until I make my card out. So I'll be back tomorrow.
Our Uber driver just held our food for ransom and tried to shake us down to deliver it. We placed an Uber Eats order tonight, which we rarely do. We were celebrating, so we were like, let's order our pizza in and let's like treat ourselves. So we ordered our pizza. It was like an hour and a half. And I was like, where's the pizza? So I looked at the Uber Eats app and I noticed that our delivery driver had been in the area like 4-ish minutes away for like half an hour. And at first I thought maybe he was delivering somebody else's food, but then he started going further away from us and he got on the highway. So I called him. So at first he said he delivered the food. So we are like thinking he delivered it to the wrong apartment. We're running all around our complex. We ran downstairs, like we're looking for the pizza as we're on the phone with him. And we're like, can you send us a picture of where you delivered it? Because sometimes they get delivered to different addresses in our complex. He just keeps like repeating the same thing over and over. And he's like, the wrong apartment, a different apartment. I don't know. Then he starts saying, how much is the food worth to you? And we're like, what are you talking about? Have you delivered the food or do you still have the food? Because it's not marked as delivered on the app. It's still showing me like his active location and he's getting further and further away. And then he just starts repeating, what would you pay for the food? How much is the food worth? We were on the phone with him for like 5 minutes and pretty much majority of that time, he was just repeating how much is the food worth and we were just asking, did you deliver it or not? So we ended up hanging up on him because it was very clear that he was like not planning to deliver our food because he was driving further and further away. And he just kept saying like, how much is the food worth? So we go back to our apartment to grab our keys to now drive a half an hour to the restaurant to pick up the food ourselves. And then we get another call from Uber. This time it's a woman. So this woman is telling us kind of like a jumble of things. And it sounds like she's trying to say that our order was mistakenly swapped with somebody else's. And then I was like, who is this? Because we were just speaking to a man and now this is like a woman calling us. Are you with the man? Like, what is our order? And then we were like, we're the order with the Blaze Pizza. And then she was like, oh, and she hung up. So we just decided to get in the car and like go to the Blaze to pick up a pizza. We did call them and tell them what happened and they were like making our order so we didn't have to wait for it to be made once we got there. And then we got there and told them what had happened, and the Blaze Pizza workers in Fort Lauderdale on Andrews Avenue were so incredibly nice. We go to this Blaze all the time. Usually we don't order it, usually we go in person. And they were like, oh, we recognize you guys, like you guys come here all the time. And we're like, yeah, we do. now we're gonna do it more because now we're never ordering Uber Eats again. I went through Uber Eats chat to try to get them to cancel the order because it was literally at this point, like after we hung up with him, we're getting in the car on the way to Blaze, it's still showing me his location actively and saying that he's on his way. So he hadn't delivered it, marked it as delivered, or canceled it on his end. So I chatted with the support at Uber Eats, which was so incredibly unhelpful, so confusing. And then they offered me 20% credit for my troubles and tried to tell me he was still on his way. What a weird situation for a man to try to shake us down for money by holding our pizza ransom. Also, shout out to the Blaze workers in Fort Lauderdale. You guys are the best.
Have y'all heard of this new epidemic of people letting their boyfriends drive Uber or do DoorDash under their name? And so when you're a person who only gives like directions to get to your apartment to women, and you open the door for Ebony and Ebony actually happens to be Steve, that's not okay, okay? Like, I'm smiling, but it's really not okay. Y'all have got to stop letting your boyfriends who cannot pass a background check deliver food to people's apartments or pick people up for Uber. It is not okay.
I am on a mission to make $25,000 in just 6 months by doing delivery driving. I'm trying to make $25,000 so I can be able to buy a new car without having to finance it. I'm gonna track every single dollar day by day. I just have to make $140 a day to make the $25,000 goal. My vehicle currently has almost 300,000 miles on it, so I'm gonna be interested to see if I even make it to the 6 months, but through the grace of God, I know I will. See, I told you, 282,325. Starting off real strong. My first order of the morning is $54.85. I'm only going to get $34.70 today because there's $20.09 in tips, and I won't get that for 24 hours. So, but I'm going to count the whole amount. So yeah, we're starting off strong. Delivered that one, just got a second order. This one's for $25.11, and it's a shopping order. I only have to get like 12 items. So yeah. I just delivered that one. I just got a third order. This one's a curbside for $22.31. I just got a fourth order. This one is for $15.91. I just got to go shop for it. It's like 9 items. Okay, I got my fifth delivery. This one's for $17.21. It's a shopping order, but it's only like 9 items, so it's not bad. I just got another order. This is trip number 6. It's a shopping order. It's like 30 items, so it's a little bit more than what I want, but it's $32.01. I just got my 7th order. This one's for $13.52. This might be my last one because I'm over what I need, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I lied. I'm going to take one more. This one's going to be my last one. This is a curbside pickup for $51.64. So I'm going to end my day with a bang. Thank you so much. Just got home. What a freaking day. So I made $232.56 total. That is $92.56 over the goal that I had. So what I did was I took my 140 and I put that to the side, and the $92.56, I'm going to use that for taxes and a little bit of gas. I'll see you tomorrow.